David and David here to tell you about the best headphones under $100.
And we've spent over $8,000 on headphones over the last 6 months. People don't send us these for free, so we hope you can trust our reviews.
Yep, we listened to 8 tracks, also tested for comfort, portability, durability. What's number 5?
Number 5 is
the Anker Soundcore Liberty Air 2 Pros.
And also the most expensive. I thought that they were a decent sounding pair of headphones, decent balance, but too much treble. I gave these the lowest rankings on the songs where we were really listening to bass.
Yeah. That was probably my main note across the board. Where's my bass?
Where's my bass?
It needs more bass.
It does.
I'm by no means an expert on kind of telling the nuances in songs, like when it's too much treble or too much bass or whatever. I could tell that the treble was ridiculous. One thing I really like about these headphones, earbuds, is that they come with 9 different sizes. You got a whole bunch of sizes. Look at that. Too many sizes. Too much liberty. So you can really find one that fits you perfectly. Even the higher end earbuds don't include that many sizes.
It's for sure. And we liked the case, the little slide up feature. We felt like it was pretty well built as well.
Yeah.
Pretty portable, fits in your pocket. Good stuff for under $100.
You could do worse for $100.
You certainly could.
I prefer the OnePlus Bullets if you're looking for a budget earbud. And I think we might disagree on this. Maybe
it's number 4 for me as well. I'm just not as big of a fan of them as David was. So he likes them because there was a lot of bass, I think, and you felt like they were powerful. I felt like there was way too much bass, that there was no clarity in the high end, and I felt like they were very uncomfortable.
So here's the thing. If you can't deal with this, and I can understand if you don't want the earbuds that have a gigantic cable, that's fine. It's a little, takes some getting used to, and you look kind of dorky, but I think the sound quality on these is much better than on the Anker earbuds.
Interesting, yeah. I put them around the same, but I thought that the balance was much better on the Ankers.
$47 for these earbuds. Half the price of the Ankers. So.
That's right. You could either have 2 of those, but don't cut them in half because they'll break.
Yeah, I'm hoping OnePlus actually puts out some real earbuds.
And hopefully they'll be under $100, or else they're not going to be on our next video like this.
Yes, number 3.
Anker Soundcore Life Q30s.
Anker, 2 Anker submissions on this list.
It's pretty surprising, isn't it? Now, these I gave a 3 out of 5, and if you haven't seen our other reviews about headphones, you might want to check those out, because that's why I'm going to say that for number 3, they sound uninspiring. They sound clear. There's not a lot of bass. I felt that they lacked some depth and they lacked oomph. There was a lack of oomph. How do you spell oomph? But sounded pretty good.
I also gave these a 3.5. Just, you know, $79 for these headphones. Good value.
Good value, good headphones.
It's not going to blow your mind. They're not awful like some of the other headphones that we've looked at. Just, they're priced appropriately.
And I think that these are probably the best option in the over-the-ear category, and actually the only over-the-ear headphones that we have on the table. So if you prefer over-ear, these are the ones to get for under $100.
Number 2.
Yes, number 2 are the JBL Tune 660 NCs, which are noise canceling, which a lot of the other ones on the table don't have.
So these didn't make our top 3 when we did our best on-ear roundups. They just weren't quite as good as the more expensive options, but the more expensive options are, of course, more expensive.
That's for sure.
Excuse me, Professor Brainiac.
Okay, in terms of comfortability, I felt like they were very well balanced, but the quality of the speakers is just not what you're gonna find in the Sonys or the Bose or Sony XM4s or headphones that cost multiple times as much as these do. They did a good job with these headphones. It's just that they're just not as good quality materials,
I mean, you're paying $100 for headphones. You're not expecting the moon. You're getting a good value for those.
That's good. If you expect the moon, you're gonna be disappointed.
Yes.
Ridiculous!
Number 1 overall, Skullcandy Rift Wireless. You watched our over-ear headphones video. We really hated the Crusher Wireless.
Are you hearing that?
Yeah. But these were actually a pretty good value, and I was surprised.
For $50, what a great value there. And they're half the price of the title of the video. We're not getting money from Skullcandy or Soundcore for putting 2 of their products on the table.
You should see what we said about the Crusher Wireless if you want proof of that.
Well, unless you're a Skullcandy representative and you're thinking about sending us money, don't watch that other video. But these are really good headphones.
A really good budget option, and I have the Beats Solo 3 Wireless, and I'm like, you know, okay, these are really expensive headphones, and I try these on, the Beats sound better, I think they're a little bit more comfortable, but the price difference, it made me think, you know, maybe...
Yeah, for $50, what a great gift for somebody, and they sound really surprisingly good. There are so many bad options in this under $100 range Wise headphones, Jabra headphones, Acclaim headphones or Akaim headphones, run for the hills.
Yep.
But these are really some good stuff.
Yeah, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think. Maybe there's some other cheap headphones you want us to check out. We'll
gladly spend less than $8,000 on a few cheaper pairs.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Please, leave a comment. Please join our channel if you feel like it. And please subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate that.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks.